This is CBS 4 News at 7.
Do you want to call him? What do you want to call him? Give me a name. Give me a
white
name.
Supremacists and
white supremacists.
Proud Boys and
Proud Boys. Stand back and stand by.
Our post-debate coverage continues now with Florida State Representative Daniel Perez from Miami-Dade County. He's slated to serve as House Speaker in 2024. And Representative Perez, thank you very much for joining us this evening. Talk about the debate last night. President Trump is saying today that he doesn't know who the Proud Boys are, but the FBI does know them. They classify them as an extremist group with ties to white nationalism. Why is it so hard for the president to not only disassociate himself from a group like this, but to also clearly condemn it?
Yeah, I think the message from the president today, he did do effort to try and clear that. He did say what he meant by his statement was not so much stand by, but more stand down and let law enforcement do their job. I think even if you listen to the beginning of the president's statement yesterday, he starts by being able to recognize that white supremacy is not something that he is standing side by side with. Quite frankly, what I believe the American people are truly waiting for, and I expect this to be cleared up in the next debate, is him being able to say any supremacy of any kind is just unallowable. I mean, let's go back to his first campaign in 2016. It was an America First driven message. That's the message that the Trump campaign is going to head back towards the next campaign, towards the next debate, in my opinion.
So perhaps his answer wasn't very clear there, but the president has been clear in questioning the integrity of our election process, even urged supporters to go to the polls and to watch them closely. He says he can only lose if the election is rigged. So do Florida voters have reason to be skeptical of our voting process?
Not at all, Lauren. And I've actually gone on the record in stating that voting by mail is absolutely safe. And the president himself has said that. He said it through Twitter, but more importantly, said it through his own actions. He voted by mail in the primary election. I mean, that is how he and his wife have voted before. So we have all said, as Republicans, and the Democrats have also said it, that voting by mail is safe. What is important is making sure that we actually go out and vote. And I've said this before, that voting truly is the cornerstone of our democracy. Such an important right that we have as American citizens, and one that has to be used every single time we get the opportunity. So I do feel comfortable stating that voting will be safe and secure, and I don't expect there to be a fraudulent election.
All right, it's comforting to hear that tonight. I heard that debate, and I didn't really get that message last night. What do you say to voters who understood the president's statements as an attempt to intimidate when he once again refused to commit to a peaceful transfer of power if he loses this election?
Yeah, I think the message that the president is attempting to make is like, look, we had a huge problem in Broward County, not too far from where we are today, when it comes to the election. The election process has to be secure, and we have to have some sort of accountability. But that accountability, we believe in Broward County, we've been able to fix it. Now it's just a matter of making sure we do that not just in 67 counties in Florida, but that we do it nationwide. And if we have a safe and secure election the way we expect it, there should be absolutely no problem. But I think people are overstepping the boundaries of this statement, that if there were a result that would be certified after the election, that there wouldn't be a peaceful transition. I fully expect a transition if the president were to leave.
Let's say there is, though, a disputed election. The Atlantic reports that in the case of a disputed election, the Trump campaign wants to persuade Republican-controlled legislatures to appoint electors to the Electoral College who will vote for President Trump regardless of the election result in the state. Now, will you commit to making sure that in the Electoral College, Florida votes for the candidate who won the vote here in Florida?
Absolutely, I will commit to that. And I'm one of the electors that have chosen on behalf of the Republican Party in Florida. I will commit to that. Let's go back to what is going on in the society. This is an election. We are a democracy. We are the United States of America. And that's the reason we have elections. And not too far, 90 miles south of where we are living today, there's an island that doesn't have the opportunity for those elections. And we will 100% make sure that there's a peaceful transition, respect the results of the election on November 3rd. And so, yes, I feel very confident in that statement.
And since you mentioned democracy, one last question. Was last night good for democracy?
I don't think last night is what the people expected. I guess, we do have to ask the question, how many undecided voters are there in today's society? We have two completely different candidates. One is a true conservative and one is a true liberal. And I think that the choice is clear. Trump, in my opinion, is the clear choice simply because of his conservative values and making sure that capitalism stays at the forefront. But I'm not sure that there were many people in the middle that are undecided. I will tell you this, though, Elliot. I think that the debate has to have more content and less bickering. I didn't expect the back and forth bicker as much. I want to be able to hear true issues. Where do they truly stand on the issues? Biden said at one point that he was for the Green New Deal, and then he said he wasn't for the Green New Deal, and his website has a different answer. And so at what point are we going to be able to hold each other accountable and actually understand what is the future of America depending on who the outcome of this election actually shows as the winner? So that's something that I hope we can see in the next debate. And I actually expect the vice president's debate with Kamala Harris to be more policy specific. And that's what I'm hoping that people of the United States get to see, so they can make an informed decision on what they want the future of their economy and the future of their country to look like.
Okay.
Yeah, the Commission on Presidential Debates already saying that there will be changes for the next debate. Representative Daniel Perez, thanks so much for being with us tonight.
Thank you for having me.
All right, thank you.